Good morning, everyone. I'm Jeff Higgins from Higgins Storm Chasing. It is Wednesday, the 25th of October 2017. In this forecast video, I will explain to you the severe thunderstorm potential and forecast for Thursday, that being tomorrow. So most people have a short attention span and tune out within the first minute or so, but I'd like you just to try and bear with me and follow me through on this forecast, as there is significant potential for severe thunderstorms across southeast Queensland and northeast New South Wales tomorrow. Okay, let's have a look at our premium members maps. You can sign up to our premium membership by going to our website, higginsstormchasing.com, and we hand draw these thunderstorm forecast maps every day when necessary. You can see that on our current forecast map for Thursday, we have anywhere from about Gympie right up there to Eidsvold, Taroom, down to Miles, across the Darling Downs. That includes Warwick, Toowoomba, Ipswich, Brisbane, Sunshine Coast, Gold Coast, and down in northeast New South Wales. For storms, some severe. Now, in the text above this map, we have extra details about that. We may have to elevate this forecast to just flat out severe storms yet here, with supercells and dangerous storms possible, because the potential over the past couple of runs on the data models is certainly increasing across the southeast region. But at the moment, we'll stick with storm, some severe. I'll go over and show you why. Okay, so tomorrow will be a hot day. There's no doubt about it. Unlike the other day, it was quite cool and we got those thunderstorms with hail. Tomorrow, we're looking at tops in the southeast of around about 33 to 34, just inland there. And then inland, it jumps right up to 36 degrees out there on the Warrego and Maranoa. Plenty of heat generates plenty of instability in the atmosphere in the right conditions. So we've got the heat. Let's go and have a look at the Ensemble models. This is any precipitation that is forecast by a number of models put together. All right, it's not just choosing one. You can see that from Brisbane to Taroom to Emerald, to southwest to Emerald, to Roma, to Gundawindi, down into all of northeast New South Wales. That includes Toowoomba, Brisbane, Ipswich, and the Gold Coast, etc. Have a chance of precipitation of at least 70% or higher, up to 100%. Now, this precipitation could be in the form of just showers. It could be just rain. But in this case, it is likely to be thunderstorms. And a lot of those thunderstorms are likely to become severe. All right, so areas here, Sunshine Coast, Gympie, Bundaberg, that's the question mark area at the moment. Some models have this area as a likely chance of these severe storms as well, but the overall ensemble doesn't. That's why we need to blanket warn from about Gympie right back around. All right, I'll move on and show you some other forecast maps now. And I'll show you what else is happening and why, and I'll explain it and how it progresses and what it does. Down in northeast New South Wales tomorrow, we will have a low pressure system. That low pressure system generates a low pressure trough up through northern inland New South Wales and southern inland Queensland. And the low pressure region also extends across the coast. You can see the dip in the pressure lines there. That indicates the trough, all right? Over here, we have a severe weather threat index. These charts are not the be-all and end-all of forecasting severe thunderstorms, but they are part of the data that we crunch down among other models to give us an indication of what's going on. We have very high severe weather threat indexes of up to 400 tomorrow across parts of northeast New South Wales and southeast inland Queensland and that sort of thing at 1 o'clock. As the trough moves through to the coast, these values shift east with it. Anything over about 250 on these charts, which it would be from Roma to Gympie to Brisbane in the red, purple's extreme, has a potential to produce severe thunderstorms. All right, let me show you 4 o'clock. What happens at 4 o'clock? 4 o'clock is classed as our maximum heating time and our maximum potential. So you can see there the Darling Downs on this model is certainly in line for definite severe thunderstorms. All right, down into northeast New South Wales. The southeast coast, Gympie, Sunshine Coast, Brisbane, you're well up there above the 250 threshold as well. You're pulling 320s as a value. So again, severe thunderstorm potential there. If we push out to 7 o'clock, it's still across the region, but most likely the trough will be pushing through. Now, it gets trickier because there's a trough inland and there's one developing along the coast. I'll show you that as well. What this can do is produce double-edged thunderstorms. So some along the coast at the start as well, some inland in the afternoon as well, and then the inland ones push through to reach the coast. So you could get double hit of thunderstorms. All right, I'll show you why they're going to rip through to the coast and why the highest threat is damaging winds. These are the winds at about 10,000 feet. They're anywhere from 80 to 110 kilometres an hour. This is a very high wind speed level for that height. Thunderstorms that develop are steered by these winds. So if they develop at Roma and Gundawindi in the mid-afternoon, they're being driven towards the coast at 80 to 100 kilometres an hour. So within 3 to 4 hours, they're hitting the coast. They're going over a region at the speed you drive your car on a highway. So it's fast. These storms will be moving fast. You might warn an area at Gundawindi, and then within 45 minutes, you're having to warn Toowoomba, and then within another 30, Brisbane, because of the speed that they're going to go. I'll show you something on a different map in a minute. These winds with storms get dragged down towards the surface, and that's where you get your damaging to destructive winds from, because the rain pulls the winds down on the surface and they hit us. Let's go over to another chart. This is a precipitation chart. So we look at all this sort of stuff, and I'm trying to just explain it to you. This is the end result we come up with, but this is the work in progress that we go through, and there's a lot of other stuff as well we go through. This is the precipitation forecast at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. You can see that it's inland there, southern and Queensland, most of northeast New South Wales, and edging up towards the hinterland of the Gold Coast and Brisbane. These will be likely thunderstorms, some severe likely as well. But that's because I've worked out the values leading into that, the threat values. As we edge out towards 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you can see it fills in. Right up there from Longreach to Tambo to Gundawindi east, right through to the coast, or very, very close to the Gold Coast, Brisbane and the Sunshine Coast. Bends back in there, land at Gympie. All right, you can see the blue area of where rain and thunderstorms are going to be most likely. This is the question mark for tomorrow. Brisbane, likely. Gold Coast, Boona. We'll see them big thunderstorms develop here inland and punch through to the coast. These areas here from Toowoomba, Boona, Gold Coast, Brisbane, Ipswich are likely to see thunderstorms, and some of those are likely to be severe. Damaging winds, destructive winds. We might have to put large hail in this as well, all right, because I'll show you why in a minute. Now, areas up here, Caboolture North, Sunshine Coast, Gympie, and then a lot of questions from Bundy, Harvey Bay. Some models indicate that this doesn't reach up that far. It stays to the south, all right? Progress through to about 9 or 10 o'clock. It's still to the south, and we haven't got anything up here. But other models indicate that it will indeed reach up here this far. It's 50-50. So warn the whole area. Yep, Brisbane South is a lot more likely and inland, but we have to include these areas further north because other models suggest that there's a potential that they'll go through there as well. So that's how it works. We can't say that within this area that your house at Kilcoy is definitely going to be hit. That's impossible. No one, the world's best, most qualified forecaster could never, ever, ever say that to you. What we can do is forecast the risk area, which covers the area and says, look, guys, there could be severe thunderstorms around tomorrow. They're likely. Keep a lookout. And then it comes down to the live radar. Warnings. Look out, there's a severe storm coming. It's going to hit you in about half an hour. That's how it works. Some people will put this out there, and Brisbane might not get a thunderstorm. It might go either side. But you know what? The potential was there, and that's what's important to remember. We constantly get shot down by people saying, hey, you forecast a storm and I didn't get one. Well, Doofus, it was 50k away and they lost their roof. For crying out loud, some of these people need to go back to primary school. Storms are hit and miss, but we've got to put the potential out there, right? Unbelievable, some people. That's my little mini rant. Right, let's go over here and have a look at the atmosphere. This is important. This is this is from the ground to 50,000 feet. It's showing you the forecast atmospherics of everything. Temperatures, wind, lift, potential. The issue that we've got on some of the models at the moment for widespread thunderstorm activity and thunderstorms becoming definitely severe and supercells and all this sort of stuff, the next level, is the low level moisture is quite low. All right. So this means that storms could tend more isolated because there's not as much moisture to use. So storms that develop become the dominant area and they take off and use the available moisture around them. It also means that the bases here, I'm trying to show you here, the bases will be very high. When you get low moisture levels in the low atmosphere, the thunderstorm bases are very high up. So they won't be dragging along the ground like a big gnarly storm. The base will be high up in the air. Probably mightn't even look much to look at, but just be aware of that because the winds will get dragged down. Now, above, say, 8,000 feet, we have the two red lines come together all the way up to about 20,000 feet. There's 12,000 feet of saturation in the atmosphere there. There's plenty of lift. So the thunderstorms are the atmosphere is definitely going to use this moisture along with the potential. That's why we are still going, storms likely, some severe, because there is this very saturated bracket, if you like, of moisture in the atmosphere, even though the low levels are quite dry. This, at the moment, the way I'm looking at it, could indicate enhanced hail threat. That's the zero. That's the freezing line following it up. Right, that's the intersection there. There is a lot of instability in what they call hail cape above the freezing level, which means that thunderstorms cycle up and down, up and down, up and down. They grow hail bigger and bigger, and then they drop it. So I think we might have to go with the additional of large hail as well being a threat because of this moisture profile. If it was a bit dry, we'd probably rule it out. Winds over here, very, very, very strong through the entire level from the west. All right. Thunderstorms go up, they come down, they pull these winds down towards the surface and they blow out across the surface and hit you like a ton of bricks as the storm comes in. So that's why damaging winds are most likely tomorrow. Heavy rain is lesser of a threat because there's lesser moisture in the atmosphere. These atmospheric setups often cause frequent lightning. There's a lot of dry air at the surface, a lot of dry air up the top. Lightning loves dry air. It causes static electricity. Boom. All of a sudden there'll be 10,000 lightning bolts ripping across southeast Queensland an hour before you know it. 13 minutes already. Very fast. I've got to go. I've got to let you consume all of that. And we'll go with what we've hand drawn, and that's why we do it. We don't just look at an individual map. Okay. Also, just watch out. This does go right down into New South Wales as well, this severe storm. So for our New South Wales followers, yes, it does. And the storms extend up there to about Longreach as well. But the immediate threat area is the southeast Queensland region for tomorrow. If something changes, I'll do another quick video. This map may be updated. I'm going to go and speak to Thomas now. And I'm almost tempted to push this into severe storms likely. Supercells probably unlikely, but dangerous storms more likely and possible because of the wind and hail threat. We could be looking at 5 to 6 centimetre hailstones tomorrow. All right, guys, stay safe. Keep an eye on the Facebook page for further updates. And members, come over here to the premium membership area and log in to get access. It will tell you over here if you are logged in or out. If you are logged in, just come over here to the members pages to go straight through to the forecast, or log in here and it will redirect you to the members area anyway. And then to sign up, go to our premium membership if you want. Cheers, guys. Stay safe. It's just one day of potential. Look, you need to be on your toes and watch out for the radar and live updates. But just secure loose items today. Be aware tomorrow. Have it conscious in the back of your head that we could get hit by severe storms wherever you are. But they will be around. Someone will get hit. Thanks for watching, guys.